7 worst sinners in the Bible. 7. King David. David stole Uriah's wife out of lust. Uriah was one of his best soldiers, but David seduced his wife, Bathsheba. Then he plotted to have Uriah killed. On his orders, the soldier was left with no support. Uriah was killed, and David married Bathsheba. God sent Nathan the prophet to make David see his sinfulness. Nathan told him a parable about a rich man who steals a poor man's lamb. David said the rich man ought to make restitution. Nathan said,
"You are the man."
He asked David why he had despised the commandment of the Lord.
"I have sinned against the Lord."
David admitted. He went on to make a heartfelt repentance. 6. King Manasseh. Manasseh was the king of Judah. He was the son of righteous King Hezekiah. Yet Manasseh did evil in the sight of the Lord. He deliberately reintroduced idolatry, sorcery, and child sacrifice. Manasseh rebuilt pagan altars throughout Judah. He set up idols and Asherah poles in the temple. According to 2 Kings 21:16, Manasseh
Shed very much innocent blood, till he had filled Jerusalem from one end to another.
Jewish tradition says he executed Isaiah. Manasseh's sins brought God's wrath on Judah. Yet Manasseh was not beyond God's forgiveness. He was carried away to Babylon and started praying. God forgave him and brought him back to Jerusalem. 4 and 5. Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve committed multiple sins. Of course, disobeying God was the first one. The serpent tempted Eve by promising to make humans godlike.
But the serpent said to the woman, "You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil."
After God called Adam and Eve out, they lied.
The serpent deceived me, and I ate.
Eve said she was unwilling to accept the blame, for that God expelled them from the Garden of Eden. Their sin tainted the whole of mankind. 3. Judas Iscariot. Judas is called the son of perdition in the Gospel of John. This unique moniker is a result of his betrayal of Jesus. Judas spent 3 years as Jesus' apostle. Jesus even called him friend in the moment of betrayal. But Judas willfully betrayed his teacher. He went to the chief priests to bargain a price. The agreed price was 30 pieces of silver. Judas remained among the disciples. He ate the Last Supper with everyone. Then he betrayed Jesus with a kiss. In Matthew 26:24, Jesus says,
"Woe unto that man, by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born."
2. Cain. Cain and Abel were brothers. Both gave offerings to God, but only Abel's gift was favored. Cain grew jealous of his brother. He invited him for a walk in the field. Once they were outside, Cain killed him. God condemned Cain to being an eternal wanderer. He put a mark on Cain so that no one would kill him at sight. Cain was exiled to Nod, where he later started his own family. 1. Lucifer. Lucifer was one of God's angels. Ezekiel described him as the seal of perfection. Lucifer was full of wisdom and perfect in beauty, but his splendor was his downfall. He became vain and rebelled against his creator. Lucifer wanted to ascend into heaven, boasting,
"I will exalt my throne above the stars of God."
But God banished him to the underworld. The name Lucifer means morning star or light bringer, but the fallen angel became forever known as Satan. This name means adversary.